Now on CoastTV News.
A morning school bus crash. What school district was involved? Atlantic Fields to County Council, a public hearing planned today for the massive proposed shopping mall.
It was a chilly start to our Tuesday with a warmer afternoon on the way. Some rain chances tonight and maybe some frost by the end of the week. Forecast details coming up.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Brandon Ferguson. Welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Take a look at your screen right now. This is what Cave Neck Road looked like this morning. A Sussex Tech school bus involved in a crash. People on scene said no injuries were apparent, and we are still awaiting official word from the school district and Delaware State Police about this crash. And we're now going to take a live look into a sunny Milford and bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey for a look at the forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Brandon, it was a chilly start to our Tuesday. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, but with lots of sunshine and a southerly breeze. We're starting to warm things up. 64 in Millsboro and Georgetown right now. Dagsboro is 65, 66 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth right now at 64. Winds have turned around to the south. They're starting to pick up, especially at the coast where they're gusting close to 16 miles per hour right now at Indian River Inlet, and they'll get even stronger through the day. Right now we're looking at the satellite picture where we're looking at nothing but clear skies. It's a beautiful day across Delmarva, just a few high clouds. As our flow is turning in out of the southwest, we are tracking a cold front back to the west. That could bring some rain as we go into tonight. With Futurecast and that southerly breeze today, we're looking at temperatures this afternoon in the 60s to around 70 in Longneck, 69 in Millsboro, Georgetown 69. Those winds getting pretty gusty into the afternoon. And into this evening, we're looking at some clouds increasing. In fact, those clouds thicken up. We could start to see some showers as soon as 10 p.m. as that cold front moves in. Here's your day part forecast. A lot warmer this afternoon. Temperatures near 70 and those winds really picking up out of the south, but it does cool down for the end of the week. I'll have much more on your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. After last week's nor'easter took a bite out of multiple beaches on the coast of Delmarva, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer is urging President Trump to take immediate federal action to restore the state's storm-damaged coastline after back-to-back nor'easters. In a letter sent today, Meyer called on the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to use emergency repairs to beaches and coastal defenses, citing threats to homes, roads, and the state's economy. The governor criticized recent federal funding cuts to beach replenishment, warning that Delaware can't wait for another disaster before action is taken. Sussex County Council submitted questions to DENREC and DelDOT about a zoning request for Belmead Farm. Last month, the council deferred a vote on rezoning after a lengthy public hearing. Belmead wants to turn this land on Route 24 into apartments and businesses. Right now, the entire piece of land is agricultural residential. That must change to a C4 commercial district before any further approvals can happen. There is organized opposition to this development. The spokesperson for the Route 24 Alliance wants council to deny this request.
Belmead is requesting a change of zone to C4, and they do not meet the minimum district requirements, two of them, for a C4, and therefore the county council must deny them.
You can tune in to CoastTV News tonight at 5 and 6 to hear what questions were raised to those agencies from council and what people that live on Route 24 have to say about what's next for Belmead. And there's another big project less than a mile away from that horse farm on Route 24. It's the attempt to bring Costco and other big stores to Route 24 in Lewis. Atlantic Fields has a public hearing scheduled for today at 1:30. Developers want to build a nearly 700,000 square foot shopping center at the corner of Route 24 and Mulberry Knoll Road. Atlantic Fields would be 73 acres in total. The county's Planning and Zoning Commission recommended conditional approval for the zoning change. Ultimately, Atlantic Fields will require approval by the county council. In Milton, you're looking at plans for a Dunkin' Donuts in town. It is at 403 Broadkill Road. This is one of the areas on the Cedar Creek Business Park, and it is an area getting a review tonight in the town. The town's Planning and Zoning Commission is taking a look at the final site plans. It was just last month that the Milton Board of Adjustment reviewed variances for the distance between the restaurant's service window and a public right-of-way. Milton's attempt to bring the coffee chain to the town began over a year ago. In April, Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission gave the project preliminary approval. The Dunkin' was not the only restaurant getting a preliminary approval at that meeting, as this part of Milton could look very different in the near future. Dairy Queen also moved forward with plans to build on nearby Broadkill Road. Late last year, McDonald's held its grand opening on a site in the Milton Cedar Creek Business Park, and in this same area, a Royal Farms is on track for construction.
Here's a live look into Ocean View on the Gutter Helmet Camp. 66 right now, warming to close to 70 this afternoon with sunshine. We've got some rain chances tonight, then much cooler and maybe the season's first frost by the end of the week. Your full forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Money raised for Bark on the Boards, the event that took over downtown Rehoboth Beach, raising money for the Brandywine Valley SPCA. If you were on the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk on Saturday, chances are you saw a ton of furry friends all over the place. That was for the annual Bark on the Boards block party. This year, the event raised $185,000 for animal welfare. And all of those funds want to support the Brandywine Valley SPCA's efforts to care for and rehome animals. And if you're driving on Route 1 in Rehoboth Beach, you can expect some changes. Work on this major intersection project. According to DelDOT, beginning today, traffic on Route 1 both north and south will shift at Holland Glade Road. The bike and bus lane will also be temporarily closed during this phase. DelDOT says the lane shift is expected to last 28 days. Here's what you can look forward to tonight on DSN at 6:30. It's the Bayside Conference Girls Soccer Championship, followed by the Boys Championship game. Then at 10:30, it's the final score. On the DSN Plus app, we have those girls and boys soccer matches along with these field hockey games. At 4, it's Caesar Rodney at Polytech, and at 5, it's the Bayside Conference Championship. And coming up next, Bob Try, he is in the CoastTV First Alert Weather Center. After the break, he has a full look at your forecast.
It was a chilly start to our Tuesday, almost frosty in some places. Got down to 38 in Salisbury, 39 in Ocean City, 42 in Georgetown, Cambridge 41, and Easton 44. So we're getting close to that frosty range, and I think we could get there by the end of the week. But today we're warming it up. Here's a beautiful shot of the FH Fur Cam in Cambridge right now. You're at 64, lots of sunshine, wind starting to pick up out of the south, and we'll be looking at those temperatures rising under lots of sunshine into the upper 60s, close to 70 this afternoon. Here's your storyline for today. It will be mild and breezy. Temperatures back into the upper 60s and 70s. We'll see a cold front tonight that will bring some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder. More on that coming up. And then Wednesday it will be breezy, seasonable, sunny skies, staying dry. And then it's looking cooler as we go into the late week time period. Temperatures right now pretty nice. 64 in Georgetown, Laurel 65, Salisbury 66, Willard 63, with 66 in Bethany Beach and Lewis 64, as the winds are picking up out of the south right now at around 6 to 12 miles per hour. Now gusting to 17 at Indian River Inlet, 15 in Seaford, and those winds will get even stronger into the afternoon. It's lots of blue skies right now. This is a visible satellite picture, just a few cirrus clouds. Besides that, it's looking really nice. Winds are picking up out of the southwest, but I am watching this front back to the west across the Ohio Valley. You see some showers from the Great Lakes down into areas east of Cincinnati. This front will be crossing through as we go through tonight, giving us a chance of showers. Then behind it, much cooler air will start to funnel in for the end of the week. Here's Futurecast at noon. We have some high clouds otherwise with that southerly breeze and lots of sunshine, warming close to 70 this afternoon, around 70 in Long Neck and Rehoboth, 64 in Fenwick Island. This evening we start to see clouds increasing, but it's still on the mild side with temperatures in the 60s. And then by 10:30, could start to see some showers building in, but I think the heavier showers hold off till after midnight. Here's 3 a.m. with a few showers. This model really downplaying the rain. We could get some pockets of heavier rain, maybe a rumble of thunder through the overnight. Then it clears out Wednesday morning. Late morning, it's 50s and 60s and pretty breezy into the afternoon with a westerly wind, temperatures into the mid 60s. And then the winds calming down into Thursday morning and getting chilly with temperatures in the 40s as we're seeing those winds gusting close to 30 this afternoon. And then as we go into your Wednesday, they turn out of the west and they're pretty gusty. Then they calm down after that as high pressure is building in for the end of the week into Saturday. Could see our first frost possible Friday morning, highs in the 60s, lows in the 30s and 40s. And typically our first frost is right around this time, October 23rd, and first freeze is around November 10th. So we're going to be right in that zone, I think, maybe some frost by the end of the week. 60s and low 70s across Sussex County today, 71 in Cambridge and Vienna, with Salisbury checking in with 71. Ocean City at 66. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Showers tonight, then cooler Wednesday, 67. Lower 60s by the end of the week with that frost chance Friday and Saturday morning. Then lower 60s into the weekend with a mix of sun and clouds, so definitely cooling off. And congratulations to Christy Bowie from Cambridge on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. And here's what you can look forward to later this afternoon on Coast Life at 4.
Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far here along coastal Delmarva. And if you join us today at 4 on Coast Life, here is what's coming your way. Halloween is fast approaching, and we know you want to keep your eyes peeled for some trunk or treat events. We've got one of those for you. Speaking of Halloween, that's another theme for this week's great debate. Costumes. Do you prefer them DIY or do you prefer them store-bought? And we know as we get closer to the dinner hour, you're getting a little hungry. We've got this week's dish of the week, some mussels for you that are going to be really tasty and delicious. All of that fun is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
It's the end of an era in Ocean City. The town's iconic tram service will not be returning to operation. It had been suspended since a tram car hit and killed a 2-year-old boy on the boardwalk in August of last year. The town says multiple operational and safety factors were taken into account. The tram had been in operation since 1964. It served as a way to help families, seniors, and visitors travel the boardwalk.
We understand, this is disappointing, but we're going to try to, replace this or do something kind of new and exciting. We're looking at brainstorming a number of options right now.
Some business owners say they'll miss the traffic the tram delivered, but others say they feel this is a short-term safety reset. The town says it's brainstorming alternatives to move people along the boards. Coming up, the NBA is back on NBC tonight, a reunion 30 years in the making. What to know before the Stars step on the hardwood tonight. The NBA season tips off tonight, and the action returns to NBC for the first time in 24 years, with a season open doubleheader featuring the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. And as NBA's Mark Merger shows us this weekend, there's a special display in New York City to celebrate the NBC NBA reunion.
Round Ball Rock is NBC's iconic NBA theme song. And below the network's headquarters in New York, 30 Rocks at 30 Rock decorate Rockefeller Plaza in celebration of the league's return to NBC.
I love the idea of merging, sports with fine arts.
Victor Quinones is one of 30 artists who created one-of-a-kind, oversized round ball rocks, each one adorned with designs representing the city and culture of all 30 NBA teams.
I think all the artists nailed it.
Quinones worked on the Brooklyn Nets.
So I wanted to use East Coast graffiti style where it says spread love and incorporate a lot of elements that represent Brooklyn.
An artist known as Mad Steez repped the rival New York Knicks.
What I wanted to do was depict the fans and how how awesome they were and just the energy within the city.
The energy of the art dazzled the passersby.
I think the colors are amazing. They totally capture California.
I don't want to give too much credit to Philly, but their ball is beautiful. I really like it. It's very unique.
One Timberwolves fan did offer a minor critique.
You can see I'm wearing a Nas Reed shirt, so we could have put Nas Reed here. That'd be my only thing to add.
Some different art awaits fans of defending champion Oklahoma City when they open the season Tuesday night on NBC against Houston and former OKC star Kevin Durant.
We are looking forward to it when they drop that banner and Kevin Durant comes back to Oklahoma City to watch the banner drop for the OKC Thunder. He should have stayed.
As that tip-off and a follow-up between the Warriors and Lakers beckon, wannabe NBA stars are taking their shot on 30 Rock's custom LED court. Just a prelude for what's to come.
Give me basketball. I'm in. I'm watching.
Mark Barker, NBC Entertainment.
And we're seeing wall-to-wall sunshine in Milford right now in the Bay Health Camp. 65, a beautiful afternoon on the way into the low 70s, but some rain tonight, then it cools down. Maybe some frost by the end of the week, and the weekend looking good. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next. Remember, another way to get your forecast, call the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 73 today. Rain tonight, maybe a rumble of thunder. And then heading into Wednesday, cooler, breezy. Temperatures in the upper 60s. And then really chilly by the end of the week. Lower 60s, staying dry overnight into the upper 30s by Friday and Saturday morning. Maybe a little touch of frost at that time. Right now, the weekend looking good. A mix of sun and clouds. Highs into the low 60s, overnight lows into the low to mid 40s. And then next week, we're looking dry Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe a little bit of rain, Brandon, Wednesday and Thursday as we head towards Halloween.
Thank you, Bob. Looking good for Sea-Witch as well.
Looking great for Sea-Witch.
I don't want to touch on football. I know the Jets are a sore subject for you. But Mariners or Blue Jays, Dodgers. Give me a quick World Series.
Probably Dodgers.
Dodgers. I hope it's not the Dodgers. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us later this afternoon for Coast TV News at 5.